Now, for example 4 in topic 3.1, we're going to identify constraints on the domain. So that means we've talked about what reasonable domains are. Now we're going to see if there's any boundaries to our situation. What can it not go past? What can it not go under? So here's an example of a mapping diagram that is talking about the function of the weight of several online orders. Based on the situation, what constraints, if any, are on the domain of the function? Now, in the previous example, we talked about domain and range. Here, we're just going to talk about the domain. You want to look at a few things. Notice that we're talking about pounds. Okay, that's what LB stands for. So we have 2.3, 2.5, 7.1, 0.4, and then 12. Think about a weight of a package from Amazon or from Target or Walmart, wherever you and your family shop. Think about the weight of it, and it cannot be less than 0. It can be 5, it can be 6.9, it can be 20.8, it doesn't matter, but it can't be -3. So the constraint of this is that the weight is greater than 0. So the domain of the function is confined to values greater than 0. So all the values of this function has to be greater than 0 for the x's or for the domain. And then for the other example, Margaret has a monthly closed budget of $50. She maps the amount of money she spends each month to the number of items of clothing she can buy. So what are some constraints to the domain? So think about this monthly budget. She can have $0, or she can spend all of her monthly budget. She can spend in between. She can spend $1, $2.50, $25.98, $37, $42. All of the numbers between 0 and 50 can happen. She cannot go over her budget, but she can go under. Can't have negative amount of dollars. So the constraints of the domain, in this case, will be all real numbers, must be between 0 and $50. So you really just want to think about the situation and what it's asking you. Here, she has a budget of 50, she can't go over. So that's the top boundary. Can't have less than 0, so that's going to be the bottom boundary.